This is the Yom. These are sayings by the previous Lubavitcher Rebbe. The Alter Rebbe, the first Rebbe of Chabad, said about Moshe Velinker. Moshe Velinker, he was one of the giants among the Chassidim. It says Moshe as Mochin the Gadlut. Mochin the Gadlut means magnitude of intellect. Okay, well, I don't know exactly how to explain this, but maybe, like I said to you before, that people would go to the Holy Temple, they would feel that God is creating them. So this is a thing you can't understand because your mind is being created. Created is just, it's just mind-boggling. But there are people whose ability of intellect is wider. And so this idea that God is creating me is a little bit more understandable. And they can understand like the upper worlds. They can understand all these ideas of how God contracts his light and etc. So that's what's called mochin the gadlut. They have a big intellect. Let's see how he explains it over here. A mind capable of integrating even opposite. And this is how infinite and finite can be together. In his 10 years of working at intellect, at understanding ideas, he's attained a powerful, wide-ranging intellect of more. It says mochin rechavim. Not only is he deep in his mind, but it's also very wide. He can apply his wisdom and his talents to many, many different areas and link many opposite things together. Okay, so it says this Rosh Velinker, in other words, he was, for all practical purposes, he was like a tzaddik. He knew the whole Torah. He knew all the secrets of the Torah. He understood them very deeply. A very tremendous, devoted and holy person. It says, but before he went in to the first Rebbe of Chabad for a private audience, he prepared himself for 3 years. And then he went into the Rebbe, and afterwards he remained in the city of Liazna, that's where the first Rebbe of Chabad was, for 7 years, just to internalize his yechidat into actual service of God, into actually becoming what he understood. So his being in the presence of the Rebbe changed him, as high and perfect as he was. It changed him tremendously, but that was only intellectually. And to bring it into his very personality, it took him another 7 years. Okay, exactly what this is talking about, to tell you the truth, I would like to know. I would like to be part of it, but I can explain it. Here you have all these explanations over here. It's talking about, okay, it uses all these big words, which I think are more less understandable than the Hebrew words, but okay, anyway, the words broad-minded, okay, capricious, and this. In any case, it means that we are human beings, and God commands us, Shema Yisrael. Shema means to understand. We have to understand that God is our God. It's a commandment to do, and it means if it's a commandment, we must be able to do it. So some people can do it better, and some people can do it less, right? And just like there are people who they can practice, playing the piano or playing tennis or whatever it is, 10 hours a day, and one person becomes like a world, geniuses or a world champion, and the other guy just becomes like a teacher in some high school or something like that. He can teach piano or that. Some people have the knack, and some people don't. This person really gets what the piano is and what the music is, and this gets what the idea of tennis is. So the havdil, some people, they get what God is. And they can explain, they can understand the ideas that the Rebbe's point out. Okay, so it says Reb Moshe Verlinker was such a person. So we see here that serving God demands much work on your mind and on your heart, so that you actually internalize the oneness of God. Okay, now let's have the story. 1 minute story.